author of my favourite book, A Year of Simple Family Food. Julia is joining me today to cook my favourite cake. I love this cake. I do this recipe all the time because it works and it's so delicious. Tell us a bit about it.
Thanks, Jazz. We are making a pear, ricotta and pine nut cake. And it is really simple.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. And it's got all those favourite ingredients. Pears are fantastic at the moment and really good quality ricotta. This cake is just magic.
Yeah, it's going to come together in just a matter of minutes. So the first thing we actually need to do is to cream the butter and the sugar together. So if you want to get onto that.
Sure can.
And then I'm going to crack in the eggs to go in after the butter and sugar is creamed.
Okay. So this butter has been softened slightly.
Yes.
Make it
so
easier.
Room temperature, unsalted butter.
Caster sugar.
Caster sugar. And once that's creamed, we can add the eggs in as well.
Nice one. So you've got a Maltese background, but of course you're famous too for your Italian style recipes. This is a bit Italian, this one?
Yeah, fairly Italian. I think, you know, the addition of ricotta in sweets is really traditional. We're putting pine nuts on top of the cake, which is another kind of classic thing that you see in the pasticceria in Italy. So yeah, the vanilla and the lemon, they're all kind of those really classic Italian flavours.
Love it. I'm just going to speed that up for a moment.
And I'll do some lemon zesting.
Nice one. Okay, that's looking quite good.
Beautiful.
And do you want me to add the eggs one at a time?
Yeah, so add them in and just give it a little mix in between if you can.
One, give that. So this recipe is from your second book, but your first one was incredibly popular too.
Yeah, my first book is called Ostro and it was released in 2017.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so nice to have the books out and see people cooking along. Like, yeah, this cake's been really popular, so it's nice.
Well, I hope there's going to be a third one.
Yes, there is.
Excellent. All right, this is looking good. How's that, Jules?
Yeah, we can add the ricotta now.
Okay.
And then we're going to blitz that up a little bit and then we're going to transfer to the bowl because I really like hand folding in the flour just so it doesn't get over mixed.
Agree. And a whole tub.
Yeah, a whole tub of ricotta. So that's kind of the fat and dairy element of the cake. It's going to be really nice and moist.
I always feel like ricotta is that wonder ingredient to have. It's just so versatile.
So
in everything
versatile.
That we cook with. And that's just a quick incorporation there.
Perfect.
Done.
And I'm also going to add in some of the vanilla paste, about a teaspoon.
And I'll just scrape down.
Thank
How
you.
fluffy that is.
It looks incredible.
And in it goes.
Perfect. So now that this mixture is in the bowl, I'm just going to give it a little mix and then we're going to fold through the flour.
In it goes.
Thank you.
And you don't need to sift it or anything
No,
like that.
I mean, I feel like flour nowadays is already quite sifted. So we're going to fold this in now.
And this is a really good tip. Folding it in a bowl separately so you don't overwork the protein. And the batter's a little firmer than your usual batter, is that correct?
That's right. You know, we're putting quite a good amount of pears in the batter. They can all go in.
Yep.
If we had a really kind of wet batter, it would be a little bit too sloppy.
And because the pears give off so much water, that balance is important.
It's very important. All right, so we're pretty much ready to pop this into our tin. Thank you. That is always the difficult job, isn't it?
And you've just lined that around the sides and the base.
That's right. Yep. So we're just going to put this in.
I just love how many pears that was two?
2 pears.
2 pears, lots of chunky pears. So each slice you'll know it's a pear cake.
Exactly. And I just think pears are really underutilised in the kitchen.
Could you add apples if you wanted to change it up?
Totally.
Other fruits?
Yeah, apples would be delicious. And then all that's left to do is top it with the pine nuts.
Okay.
So I'm just going to sprinkle these on top.
And these pine nuts have not been toasted because they will toast in the oven.
Exactly. If you put toasted pine nuts on here, you'll end up with burnt pine nuts, unfortunately.
You don't want that.
No.
And Jules, what temperature and how long are we going to cook this for?
So 180 for around about 40 to 45 minutes.
Julia, this cake is ready. It looks exactly the way it looks in the book, which is always a good thing.
Totally. I'm just going to take it out of the tin.
And you do allow this to cool?
Yes, definitely. I like to let it cool in the tin and then we can just easily transfer it over.
That's fun. And this is why you need the baking paper on the bottom and around the sides, because it's just seamless, isn't it?
Seamless, and you don't want to take any risks. Yeah, go for it,
Shall
Jazz.
I?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this part, not as much as tasting, but I also do like it.
And I just love the icing sugar on the pine nuts. It just makes these little mounds on the cake.
So good.
Should we cut a wedge?
Okay.
There we go. It smells incredible. You can really smell the lemon.
You can actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Perfect.
it just looks so moist, and those chunks of pear there just...
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the ricotta's made it really nice and fluffy. Thank you.
Go.
Okay, thank you.
So you go for the end. I go straight.
He's right for the
this
corner.
part. What a cake.
It's good.
It is as good as it looks. The taste is so good. It's moist. The pears are just so yummy, and the pine nuts. This is why you're my favourite cookbook author. You really are. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.